Hey everyone, so the other day I was coming home from work and there was a box by my door, and it was really exciting because a week or two ago I made an order from Hotlook and they had theBALM on their website, and I've never tried anything from theBALM before, so I saw that most of their products were half off and I purchased an order from them. So I actually made an unboxing video, that's why you see it's open. I made a video unboxing them and trying them out yesterday. That was deleted somehow. I was really frustrated, but I really wanted to show you guys my thoughts on some of these products, especially because one of them is really new. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with that. I just have foundation on, so I'm going to try out these products for you, and you can kind of see what would they look like if they were applied to the face. The first thing I grabbed was a blush in Frat Boy, and it was the only blush that hadn't been sold out, which really sucks because I really wanted to try their blushes, but I'm really impressed with this one so far. So it has the cute packaging. As most of you know, theBALM has amazing packaging. They're very clever in that aspect. So I'm just going to get a blush brush, and this is by Real Techniques, and you don't need a whole lot. The first time I tried this out, I applied way too much, and I realized right then that this stuff is really pigmented, so I just tapped it, and that's how much I got on my brush. And I just cleaned this, so that's all the powder just from lightly tapping it. And so I'm going to try and get some of that excess off. And then I'm going to start by placing it back here so I can kind of blend it out, because it really is super pigmented. And I'm just going to blend it up. And that's still a really heavy application, and I barely touched it. So that could be a possible downside to the blush, is you have to be extremely careful how you apply them, because it is so pigmented that you just need the tiniest bit. Sometimes when I apply too much blush, I'll take my powder brush and I'll just kind of go over it with whatever powder's left, and that will kind of soften any of the crazy pigmentation on your cheek. I'll go ahead and do this side, and I'm just going to tap it in there just like that. Tap off. Ooh, I just nicked it. No! I just nicked it with my finger. Dang it. Alright. So I'm going to start at the back and kind of bring it down, and then bring it up a little bit. I think once I use this more often, I will get the hang of it. I think I'm used to having to really do a bunch of layers in order for the blush to show up with some of my other blushes that I have, but this one you only need the tiniest little bit, so it'll take some getting used to. But it's a really pretty, just everyday kind of pink color, and if it's long lasting, I think I'm gonna try out the other blushes, because I do really like the quality of these so far. But like I said, I've only had them for a day or two, so I mean, you can't really form an opinion in that short amount of time. But I'll be trying these out in some upcoming videos as well. The next product I got is one that we hear all the time in videos, especially ones that feature theBALM, and that is the Mary Luminizer. And she's gorgeous, and I think she's getting her mugshot taken. And I think theBALM is so clever in their packaging, because you know, I have highlighters and powders that are in the plain black casing, like MAC for example, but when you have something like this and then you have a MAC product, I mean, which one would you more reach for? I would reach for the one that has the girl getting her mugshot taken. So I think they're really clever in that aspect, because their packaging makes really great first impressions. And so it has a mirror on the other side of the lid, and here is the actual highlighter, and if I turn it, you can kind of see how it's catching the light. And then I'm going to take a clean finger and swatch it for you. So just like the blush, it's extremely pigmented. So that was just a little bit. If I do it again, I can kind of sheer it out. So it can be really subtle, or you can build up the color to have that amount. You could use this in the inner corner or the brow bone. I think that would be a really pretty highlighter. Obviously, it has a gold hint to it, but I think that would go well with my skin tone. So I'm just going to take this highlighter color, and this is just an Eco Tools brush. I'm going to tap some of that extra stuff off, and then right down the nose, on the sides, and then on the other side of my cheek. So it's very subtle, but when I turn, you can see the reflection. So I really think I'm going to enjoy this highlighter. I'm kind of excited about it. Okay, so the last thing I got from theBALM is the Meet Matte Nude Palette, and it's an all matte palette, and you've got Matt here. He's nude, and he's got like a bit of shine to his smile, which is really cute. And I don't know if it's like a coincidence or not, but I feel like lately I've been obsessed with matte colors, and it's around the same time that all these companies are coming out with these matte palettes. So I kind of wonder if I'm like being brainwashed somehow to purchase all of this stuff, but it was on sale for $18, so I figured, you know, I would get use out of it, and I've heard good things about their eyeshadows, and I did want to give them a try. So on this side, it has just a mirror. There's my floor. But it's got a mirror. It's about this size, and then turn it around, and you've got 9 eyeshadows. The ones that I like the most, just based on swatches I've done, are the bottom 3. And I just find that they're interesting colors that I haven't seen in my other matte palettes. And I will do some swatches for you so you can see what they look like. And I'll start with Matt Johnson up top. And this is just a light gray. And I do kind of have to swatch them twice to really be able to see their color. Otherwise they are a bit patchy, which kind of worries me a bit. This is Matt Garcia. And that was a bit better of a swatch. The next one is Matte Malloy, which is just a nice white matte color. So I don't know if you can see that. It's just a white color. And then you have Matte Rosin. And there's Rosin. Alright. And then we have Matte Wood in the center. And that's just a dark brown. Alright. Looking for a clean finger. This is Matte Sing. I feel like this is going to be a really nice blending color for the crease. That's what Matte Sing looks like. It's just that light brown color. Probably do another swatch. Alright, and so the bottom 3 are my favorite, like I said. And we'll just start with Matte Abdul. So it's just a gray color, and put it right here. That's Matte Abdul. And then Matte Lombardi. I don't know if this is going to show up, because the last time I swatched it, it's just a very neutral yellow color. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. You can kind of see it. It'll be a nice all over the lid color or blending color. And lastly is Matte Hung. And this one's my favorite because it's got like a, it's like a purpley shade that I haven't seen in any of my other palettes. But that's what it looks like. And then I'll put it at the top right here. So there's Matte Hung. So, I don't know if you can see these, but these are all the color swatches. I find that it's got a good range. It's got a crease color, some outer V colors. It's got different shades of browns and grays. And so I think that this will be interesting as long as the quality of the eyeshadows improves when I actually put them where they're supposed to go, which is my eyelids. So I'm actually going to try them out as well. Okay, so before I try out these eyeshadows, I'm going to use my e.l.f. eyelid primer. This is $1 and you can find it at Target. I've heard really good things about the eyeshadows from theBALM, so I feel like it shouldn't make a difference whether or not I use a low-end primer for $1 or a Lorac one that costs a bit more. If they're as good as I've heard they are, it shouldn't matter, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to my eyelids real quick. Alright. And then, let's see. So the first shade I'm going to use is this one, Matte Sing, and it's that pretty brown crease color, and I'm going to tap the excess off. I'm going to just use the mirror on the back and apply that to the crease of my eye. And with colors like these, I usually have to apply a few layers to build them up. I do have one similar to this in my other matte palette, and I have to do the same thing, so I don't really think that it's a bad omen that I'm building up the color by using a few layers. And so that was 2 right there, and as you can tell, it's pretty pigmented, so I'm impressed so far. And I always like to have this kind of color in a palette because I usually apply it in the crease before I do anything else, and that kind of helps me blend out colors in the future. And I'm just using a Sigma E35 brush. And this is a pretty awesome brush for applying colors to the crease. Okay, the next thing I'm going to use is this Matte Lombardy color. I just want to try out that yellow and see how it applies. And I'm applying it to the base of my eye with a deluxe crease brush. And just on a side note, I love that with these cardboard packagings you can flip the thing completely around so that I can like switch back and forth. That might not matter to some people, but I really kind of enjoy that in a palette. And while I'm talking about packaging, another thing I noticed about this palette is that the cardboard, the quality of it is very sturdy. And it's even sturdier than my Stila in the No palette, which cost me more. And the magnet is also stronger, so the quality of the packaging is really amazing, in case that's something that you were wondering about. So that is Matte Lombardy on the lid and Matte Sing in the crease. And let's see, I'm going to take a Coastal Scents Pro Blending Fluff Brush. It's always hard for me to say, but I do recommend giving this brush a try. You can find it on Coastal Scents, and it costs about, I think, $3 or $4 at the most. It's a really good dupe to the MAC 217, and I love using it to blend colors in the outer V. And today I'm going to use the Matte Hung color, which is that really pretty purpley shade. Ooh. Alright. And these eyeshadows apply much better on the eyelid than they did when I was swatching them on my arm. So I'm glad I was able to include this little demonstration in the video so you guys can see that, you know, these are really nice eyeshadows. And I would definitely wait till you see the BALM on HauteLook, because usually it's always half price and you're not going to have to pay $20 or $40 to get this kind of quality, which is really awesome. And I actually waited a month or 2 before I saw it online, but I'm really glad that I did. And I know that they're on there often, so even though you're not able to do it right now, you will in the future if you just if you're just patient. And I don't know, I think I might try next time to get the Nude Nude Palette. I didn't think that the colors would really appeal to me, but I do really like the quality of these eyeshadows, so I think, you know, if I can get it for less than $20, it might be worth it. I always think it looks weird if I have that dark color up top and then it's not on my bottom lash line, so I'm just going to take that same color and apply it to the lower lash line. And I'm just going to concentrate it in this outer corner. And to do that, I'm just taking this random brush. It's just like a fluffy little brush. You can use any brush to do this. So the last thing I'm going to do with this look is just take this matte Malloy shade, which is just the white, tap a lot off, and then I'm just going to apply it up top to the brow bone and use it to kind of blend out any of the harsh edges with that purple shade. So this is just a very simple look, but I'm only doing this to show you the quality of these shadows and how pigmented they are, especially these lighter colors. And so far, like I've said probably for like the 5th time now, I am really impressed with these. And I love that you get so much shadow. I mean, typically I'm probably not going to be able to use these up anytime soon, but for colors like this matte hung shadow, of course I would like that one, but for this matte hung shadow, I mean, I'm glad that I have a large pan of it because I feel like I'm going to be using it a lot. So it's nice that it's going to take me a while to run out. Also, in case you were wondering, this is the packaging that these items came in. The eyeshadow and the blush has the same pictures as the actual products do. So for example, the Meet Matte Palette, this is the palette, the packaging, and they have the same front and when you flip them over, the same back. The Mary Luminizer, the only difference is that the back of the packaging isn't on the actual product. So just in case you were curious, there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I will be continuing to use these products in future videos, so if you do want to see them, you could always subscribe down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!